Hey there, I'm Rob, the registered nurse who'll be walking you through this training today. I'll tell you a little bit about tobacco use in the United States and the role that we in the clinical care team play. Then, you'll see various scenarios between a few key players, including the medical assistant, provider, and patient, along with learning about the importance of asking, advising, and referring patients. You'll be trained on how to use the main sections of the tobacco intervention template. So, to start us off, did you know? Every year, tobacco kills more Americans than do AIDS, homicide, vehicular accidents, suicide, drug use, and alcohol combined. In the U.S., smoking is responsible for about 1 in 5 deaths annually. That's approximately 443,000 people who die per year because of smoking. Additionally, an estimated 49,000, or 11% of these smoking-related deaths, are the result of secondhand smoke exposure. In Texas, 19.2% of the adult population is a current smoker. That's more than 3 million people. And over 24,000 die as a result every year. Did you also know? We all have a vital role to play in helping people quit tobacco. Brief advice about smoking cessation can increase the chance of quitting by 66%. And yet, why is it hard for health professionals to talk with patients about tobacco use? Because it's tough. Judging by this conversation during the morning huddle between Dr. Bailey and the medical assistant Sue, there are several things that make it really tough. But there are also several things that make it really easy and effective.
Hey, Dr. Bailey. At your 10 o'clock hour, Mr. Martinez will be here for his diabetes follow-up. But on the schedule, it looks like he's going to want to talk about his back pain, too. Oh, I just don't have that much time. I'm already double booked. Yeah, that appointment's going to be tight then, because he's a tobacco user, too. So we'll need to address that as well. Yeah, I know. But I've talked to him before. We talk about it at every visit. I know, right? But if we don't bring it up every time, he won't think it's a big deal. Trust me. I'm sure Mr. Martinez would appreciate us asking him about his tobacco use.
Patients are very agreeable to being asked. If you don't ask about their tobacco use, they won't think it's a big deal.
Well, he does get frustrated every time I bring it up. But I have read studies that say even just 2 minutes of brief advice can help motivate patients to think about quitting.
Brief advice can more than double cessation rates. Not to mention, the patient earns your trust by feeling cared about.
You know what, Dr. Bailey? I remember you telling me that it can also take up to 7 times to quit. Let's see if he's ready to be referred to the Quit Line or Cessation today. Yeah, both of those tobacco counseling services are great. They're both free and even provide nicotine replacement therapy.
Health professionals can refer patients to many evidence-based interventions that are readily available, free, and provide free nicotine replacement therapy like Quitline and Cessation Tobacco Resource Center. Referral to either the Quitline or Cessation Tobacco Resource Center is super easy. It's built into NexGen. Just a few clicks through the tobacco intervention template is all it takes. First, let's go through what the intake part of the template might look like for a patient like Mr. Martinez. This first screen shows us that there's an option for reviewing or updating the patient's tobacco status. Let's see how the MA talks with Mr. Martinez using this part of the template.
So, Mr. Martinez, I know that you're here to talk about your diabetes, but let me first update our records. I see you've told us before that you're a smoker. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
And now that we know Mr. Martinez is a current smoker, we can move on to the tobacco intervention. As you can see, this screen lets us do a number of things. The main ones being to indicate whether the patient is ready and willing to quit. whether the patient consents to any type of referral, and whether counseling has been given or discussed. Let's see how the MA talks with Mr. Martinez using this part of the template.
All right, let's talk about your smoking, Mr. Martinez. How do you feel? Do you think you're ready to quit?
I think about it all the time, but it's too hard on my own.
I completely understand that. But have you ever been part of any tobacco counseling programs? A quit coach could actually make a difference this time.
A quit coach? Wow, that sounds too expensive.
Well, actually, it's all free. If I can make a referral to either the Quit Line or the Seton Tobacco Resource Center, you can get some help and support to become successful.
Ooh, okay. How do we do that? So, let the patient know that the Quit Line is a free, phone-based service that is also available online. It provides multiple one-on-one counseling sessions that come with the Quit Coach. Patients can also call whenever they're having cravings 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They can also get at least 2 weeks of free nicotine replacement therapy. And the Quit Line even provides information about support programs available within the patient's community. Another referral service available to the patient is the Seton Tobacco Resource Center, which also provides a free service, but the counseling is in the form of group-based classes led by a tobacco treatment specialist. There's one class per week for 6 weeks. There are no shame, guilt, or scare tactics. Everyone is given support and guidance. The classes even offer 2 weeks of free nicotine replacement therapy. Okay, so now let's go back to the exam room and see how the MA talks with Mr. Martinez about the best referral option for him.
So, which of these referral options sound good to you?
Well, transportation is really tough for me. So let's just do the Quit Line.
Okay, great. It makes total sense that you'd go with the Quit Line. There are a few things that I need to ask you to make this referral. Is it okay for the Quit Line to contact you?
Yes, that's fine.
If you miss a phone call, can they leave a voicemail for you?
Yeah, that's okay too.
Okay, great. My last question is, when is the best time to reach you?
I don't know. How about lunchtime, like noon?
Okay. I have to select a 3-hour time frame. How about 12 to 3 p.m.? Does that work for you?
Sure, that works.
Great. Now you can look forward to the Quit Line calling you within the next 3 days to get you enrolled. So it's really important that you answer their phone call.
I'm just wondering, if I'm ever able to find transportation, could I be referred to both Quit Line and the Seton Resource Center?
Absolutely. I think that is a great plan. That should improve your chances of quitting. In either case, someone will call you to get you enrolled. So it's really important that you answer their phone call. And if you miss a phone call, call them back.
Okay, I'll make sure to do that. And now, Dr. Bailey will get a chance to talk with Mr. Martinez using the tobacco intervention template. So, what can she or any other provider do if the patient is in fact ready to quit? Well, the provider will first see this alert. And in this case with Mr. Martinez, the alert is telling Dr. Bailey that her patient is an active smoker who's ready to quit and wants to be referred to the Quit Line. Let's see how Dr. Bailey approaches Mr. Martinez with this information.
So, Mr. Martinez, I see that you're ready to quit?
Yeah, I guess.
That's fantastic! Woohoo! Have you tried to quit before?
Yeah, I've tried to go cold turkey, but haven't been able to quit completely.
That makes sense. It usually takes 5 to 7 tries for someone to quit.
Yeah, but come to think of it, I probably have tried that many times. It's always back and forth, you know?
Well, research shows that people who use nicotine replacement therapy have more successful quit attempts.
What's that? Do you mean like nicotine gum or something?
Yep, That's exactly right, like nicotine gum and the patch. Those are pretty popular.
Oh yeah, I've used nicotine gum before, and even that didn't work.
Yeah, unfortunately, we find some people don't use nicotine replacement therapy correctly, usually because they don't take it long enough. But I see here that you wanted to be referred to the Quit line. They can make sure that you're using everything correctly. Also, they provide great counseling to help you manage your cravings.
Okay, Doc, I trust you. Okay, so many of us might be thinking that patients' visits don't all work out so well. For instance, what if the patient says, no, they're not ready to quit? Keep in mind, any member of the clinical care team can face this situation. In the role play you're about to see, Dr. Bailey has already seen the alert telling her that Mr. Martinez is an active smoker who is not ready to quit. This is what can happen in that case. I'm not really ready to quit. I just can't do it.
Okay, I hear you, Mr. Martinez. Do you mind telling me why you're not ready?
Well, I'm under a lot of stress, you know? I'm taking so many meds for my diabetes, so the smoking really helps me control all the stress.
I can understand why you feel that way. It must be hard managing the diabetes. But you know, smoking actually causes more stress on your body. The nicotine from smoking actually increases your blood pressure and your blood sugar levels. I would really encourage you to start taking non-smoking breaks. Do something besides smoking that helps you de-stress. What are some things that you like doing for relaxation?
Well, I really like to go on long walks by the lake, especially with my wife. She thinks it's really romantic.
That's great, Mr. Martinez. I'm all for romance. And I'm very happy to hear you have other healthy things that can help you with your stress. When you get cravings, try and focus on other things that you enjoy. I think you'll start to feel better, like you can enjoy a life without cigarettes. We'll talk again during your next visit, and maybe you'll be ready to consider quitting then. We've got some great tools to help when you are ready.
Wow, Dr. Bailey did a great job handling that, didn't she? Now, let's consider. What if the patients want to quit but don't want to be referred at all? Well, the first thing you would do is mark the refused referral box in this screen. Then you can print a variety of materials that the patient might be interested in. The provider can also talk with the patient about other treatment options, like prescription nicotine replacement therapy or over-the-counter options like nicotine gum or the patch. The provider should be aware that the patient refused referral because of the alert they will receive. Remember, you're a vital part of the patient's quitting process. If your patient smokes or uses tobacco, please motivate your patient to quit. Discuss the risks of tobacco use and the benefits of cessation, especially as they relate to the reason for the patient's visit, like Mr. Martinez's diabetes. And finally, remember to address tobacco use at every visit. Now we know how to use the tobacco intervention template, and we're ready to
Ask, advise,
and refer our patients at every visit.
Woohoo!